Whoa! What the fuck? He just threw my little nigga at me. What good?
What's your real name, man? How old are you?
My rap name is DeAnt the rapper, or just DeAnt. I kind of want to just go by DeAnt, but I am 22 and I turn 23 next month, which is in January.
When did you start making music?
I started making music when I was 12, but like, it was always an on and off thing. It was never like me making music. It was always on and off.
Did you produce first or did you write first?
I was producing. Like, my dad put the program on my computer, and he was like, I want you to learn how to use this. And then every so often he'd come around. That sounds bad, but like every so often he'd come around here and ask me like, let me see what you done made. When I started out, my shit, boy, it was trash. But I think it was FL Studio. I want to say 8. It was a while. It might have been before 8. But I know it was FL Studio. But yeah, I started producing first.
What made you want to do music?
It was an outlet. That's why I can explain. Like, once I got used to being able to make it and knowing that I was good at it, and once I did get good, I was just, whenever I felt a certain way, I would just hop on the computer and make music. Or if I felt like I had an idea in my mind all day long, I'd hop on the computer. I'd go around, riding around, and I'd hear certain sounds. I'm like, man, I can make a beat just by hearing like somebody closing a certain car door or something. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, I went from there.
Who are your inspiration in life?
A lot of people ain't gonna like this answer, but like X was like a big inspiration because like how he started off, I could relate to him a lot simply by like, he had a rough past, I guess you could say, and he was trying to better himself, and like the music he made was very, I felt like he was making his music for me, if that makes sense. Like a lot of stuff he was saying and doing, it was just like, I could relate to a lot. Which also a fun fact, he was born a year and a day after me, which is crazy. That shit's crazy.
So growing up, who were you listening to?
I listen to a lot of Michael Jackson, I ain't gonna lie. I listen to Michael Jackson a lot. And then my sister, my older sister, she put me on Kevin Gates. And I didn't like him at first. And then I started understanding his messages more. And then I just started finding my own taste in music. But back then, I was kind of like in a different headspace. So I listened to a lot of sad music, but it would have a lot of deep meaning behind it. So it was kind of like, I learned a lot of stuff from that. So yeah.
What is your biggest song?
Cold Love, hands down. It got over like all together from like different platforms. I'm pretty sure it's way over 101,000 plays, like all together. Way over that. I know for a fact it did.
Who's the artist you want to work with?
I wanted to work with J. Cole. Oh my God, nigga, yes. I want to work with J. Cole. Let's see. I could do some hype shit with like 21 Savage, because a lot of people used to tell me, oh, you sound like 21 Savage, so I could probably like manipulate that and make some shit sound like a young 21 Savage and an old 21 Savage, or however they want to do that. But yeah, it's a lot more, but at the moment I can't really think of. Yeah.
What do your tattoos mean?
Ooh. This is just music right here. This is Love Yourself First. I've been through a lot. That's all I'm gonna really say for right now. I can speak on it later, but I've been through a lot. Yes, Love Yourself First. This is it's an hourglass with the daytime and nighttime, but daytime is at the bottom and nighttime is at the top. I got this because I felt like when we alive, what I came up with, like how I came up, how I was living, I've had a lot of, I dealt with a lot of negativity. I dealt with a lot of depression and all that. So I felt like while alive, and this might sound crazy, I'm not, wishing death on myself, but like while alive, there's been a lot of hard nights for me, and most of my life I feel like I've lived my life in the dark, like at night, you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't really get out much, I didn't do shit. And I feel like once I die, it's gonna be a lot of people, oh, you go to heaven and it's all this beautiful, you know what I'm saying? So when the time runs out, I'm gonna die and go to heaven, and that's why I have nighttime at the top and daytime at the bottom.
If it wasn't music, what would you be doing?
If I wasn't doing music, I'd be going to school to be a construction worker or to own a construction business, because growing up, that's until I, got introduced to music like that, I was like, I'm gonna be a construction worker just because, like, you know what I'm saying, have something to want to live by and go do and have some type of goal. I don't know where that came from. I was always a hands-on type person. I was like, I'm gonna be a construction worker. I'm gonna build my own house. Like I always say crazy shit like that. Like my first ever desk that I made, I built myself, and it was just, I don't know. So yeah, but yeah, for sure.
What makes you want to do YouTube gaming?
I would play the games a lot, and then this one specific guy, his name was Savage X Kittens, and this is wild if you ever see this, bro. You know exactly who you are if you ever see this. He told me about a guy named FaZe Rain, and he was saying that he was FaZe Rain. I was like, oh, and I looked him up, and I was like, hey, this is cool. He was playing Black Ops 2, and I was like, damn, what he playing? That shit look cold. But like, when I seen that he was just making videos of him sitting there, and I realized it wasn't like a TV show or, you know what I'm saying, it was something anybody could do. I was like, oh shit, I work, you know, I can buy this shit to do this, you know what I'm saying? I got a fuck ton of life stories I can tell, because that's all he did. He would play the game and tell life stories. You know what I'm saying? If something cool happened on the game, he'd freak out. I mean, I'm like, I can do that. And I always tell myself, like, playing Call of Duty, I would get as good as, it wasn't FaZe Rain, it was a guy named, what was that man's name? FaZe Cuban. Like, bro, y'all don't know who FaZe Cuban is, bro, y'all was not. But dude was nasty at Black Ops 2, and I was like, I'm gonna get like that, I'm gonna get good like that. And I did. I was literally that good at the game, and then I just gave up on all that. Yeah, personal reasons, but I started because somebody introduced me to someone who was doing it, and I knew I would be able to do that, especially like the stories that he was telling. It was just like real life situation. I just told real life situation, and then that's kind of how I ended up getting 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. And then I just, personal stuff happened to me, and I just stopped doing it, and I never really just got back on it. Made me feel inside. I looked you in your eyes. You fucked up, yeah, but I still tried. We wasn't supposed to be here, but I guess our time expired. No, I'm not dissing. Of course you miss me, but even if you change, I'ma still keep my distance. I'ma decline. I was only focused on you. You was always on my mind. If only I could take you back like a replay. Yeah, give me one last chance. I got caught up in some shit that I really just did not plan. Look. Fucked up, yeah, but I still tried. We wasn't supposed to be here, but I guess our time expired. If only you knew the way I felt deep down inside. I shouldn't have been the only one trying. I couldn't believe my eyes. I get so tired of seeing you. Sometimes I wish I was blind. I gotta find me. Of course you miss me. But even if you change, I'ma still keep my distance. I will not take all the blame for this shit that I've been feeling. We could've worked it out, but you had a problem with listening. I gotta find me an angel, yeah. Or what it should be. There's so many people that, a lot of big artists deal with it. A lot of big artists spoke on it. A lot of big people have, you know, died from suicide. And then I don't know how many more people gonna have to die before people really just realize that a lot of stuff that's being said to other people is what's causing them to feel a certain type of way, or a lot of things that's being pushed to the side is causing people to like feel like they're not important enough, or not, you know, just not to repeat myself, they're just not important. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, well, I feel this way this day, but I feel this way that day. Like, a lot of little things that you should pick up on, I mean, a lot of people just ignore. And then, even if when it's brought to the attention of whoever, you know, me dealing with it, I brought it to a lot of people's attention, and it got to the point where it's just like, in the moment they care, in the moment they are worried, but like, after a few days, it's like, it's not even there no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's probably not a thing that they do on purpose, but it's just like, if somebody's dealing with something and they feel like they're getting better, it's not, you shouldn't just, I feel like, anyway, you shouldn't just stop showing that you care, stop, you know, showing that you're worried and want to know if they're doing okay just because they are doing better. Because that right there is kind of like, okay, I'm doing better, now nobody really cares no more, nobody is supporting me, whatever. Mental illness is definitely something that needs to be focused on a lot more, especially now with all the, well, to me, I feel like it's gotten better, but then again, I haven't been looking up and trying to research how bad it has gotten since then. But back in the day, it was bad. Like, back-to-back suicides, little kids getting bullied and killing themselves. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of stuff that needs to be talked about that the media and big artists don't want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? They'll rather talk about diamonds and shoes and this person gave this person this much money for their birthday when, like, 1,500 kids just killed themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's something that really needs to be talked about a lot more. And that's just that's just that. That's they focus on the wrong thing. I don't even know how I feel about that. Everybody isn't as open-minded, and everybody is very easily influenced by a lot. I'm not. I've made myself very clear on not being influenced by anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, what I do is what I do and what I choose to do, not because somebody else told me to do it. No matter what somebody tells me to do or what they would want me to do, I still at the end of the day would do what I want to do. But like that, I wouldn't blame the media for what someone else is doing, because everybody has a mind of their own at the end of the day, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I was to post something like, hey, let's go rob a bank, ain't nobody about to just get up and rob a bank because I posted it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody really get up and go rob a bank, it's because they wanted to rob a bank and they've been thinking about it. Okay, well, he done said it, so you know what I'm saying? Nah.
What is your take on rappers and drugs?
Ooh, don't do drugs. I don't support drugs in the slightest at all. Like, and I ain't talking about like smoking, you know what I'm saying, like marijuana. That's, you know what I'm saying, people use it medicinal and all that. It's like drugs, like hard drugs, pills. You know, I wish they didn't promote it as much in their songs. Like, oh, I'm popping Zans or I'm sipping lean. Like, I wish they wouldn't do that. Like, if you know you got a young audience, because now it's nothing but like young teenagers. You know, older people ain't gonna listen to shit that's on the radio, and we all know that. So it's literally a bunch of teenagers and younger kids. Like, if you keep promoting lean and Xanaxes, and it's not a good thing. A lot of people have died behind it. A lot of big artists have died behind it. I mean, we got Pete, we got Juice WRLD, we got all these people that have died behind it, yet we still ain't stopped rapping about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I don't support it at all. I wish a lot of big artists wouldn't support it either. It's not a good look. It's not a good thing for our youth at all, because a lot of people will think, okay, well, they big artists and they doing this and living life and having fun. So if they say something about doing drugs, it must be good or it must be fun to do. And then, you know, they could take too much or whatever, end up hurting themselves or hurt somebody else for multiple reasons. But no, I don't like drugs. I don't promote that at all. It's not cool.
What is your take on rappers violence altogether?
Rap violence?
Like beef?
I feel like everybody needs to stay in their own lane. If you don't mess with somebody, like music wise, it just ain't cool. Just don't be around it. You don't have to be around it. You don't have to talk to me. You don't got nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, if me and 21 Savage ever had beef, you know what I'm saying? Just hypothetically speaking, I probably would never. You know what I'm saying? But if we was to have beef, I wouldn't like do anything to keep myself around him. I wouldn't entertain it. I wouldn't like, you know, try to put myself in certain situations that would cause conflict at all. Like, if he don't like me, okay, I know he don't like me. I ain't even gotta worry about it. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't do no whole back and forth like, oh, well, I'm better than this person, or oh, I'm better than that person, or well, I come to your city and do this, or well, I come to your city and do that, or if I ever see you, I'm gonna beat your ass. You know what I'm saying?
Do you see yourself doing something outside of music, like movies and games and whatever?
Well, at one point, I wanted to do a lot of YouTube video game wise, and then another one I was just like, I wouldn't mind being in the movies, you know what I'm saying? But like realistically, outside of music, I would probably just want to own my own businesses, like construction companies, own a trucking company, you know, stuff like that. I never really thought about like being an actor or just, you know, other shit like sports and shit. I never really looked at that like that. So nah, not really. Only thing I looked at outside of music is owning businesses, like I said, construction, therapist shit. You know what I'm saying? Would play me as a rapper?
Today.
A famous person? Compare me? Ooh, I've been compared to a lot of people. I don't say this in a like cocky way or conceited way, because I never even looked at it like that, but people are telling me they get a J. Cole vibe from my music, 21 Savage vibe from my music, Nipsey Hussle vibe from my music, The Baby. I've been told I sound like what was that dude's name? Was it 2 Chainz? I think they said 2 Chainz. Like, I done heard some everything, dude. Like, man, I feel like people just be saying shit now, boy.